I first had the great pleasure of meeting Saul and Pilar in 2010 back in Manchester Cathedral, when a group of us who were all engaged in the arts and in the media had a vision to join Saul and Pilar with their project in Mexico.
I was one of the artists that came from Manchester City to Oaxaca and to Mexico City back in 2012. That's where we came across the Armonia project and Saul and Pilar, and it was an incredible life-changing experience.
Yes, I would like to invite you to Mexico. You're very welcome to come. Please, Manchester, come to Mexico to share with us.
So we well remember the time when Dinah and I brought a group of artists from Manchester to be at Armonia. It wasn't the easiest thing we did, was it, really?
No, it wasn't.
Plenty of challenges that week, but there's no doubt that Saul touched everyone in the group. Well, not just Saul, but of course, but Saul, his family, Pilar, and the work that was going on there. But everyone was deeply touched by what was going on, and he made friends for life, I think.
Absolutely, yes.
Saul and Pilar were very engaging, very persuasive, and particularly when they heard that I played the marimba, which is of course the national instrument in their part of the world. I felt I had little choice really but to go.
Una marimba auténtica, sino solo las de concierto. Te doy tu propina, no dejas que intente algo, ¿sale? 1, 2, 3.
They were so persuasive, and I'm so glad that I did, because it was a privilege to see them at work, to see the communities which they've built up and the love and the ministry which they have put so much into.
Saul was a man of great connection with people. He had a wonderful personality. Not only would he engage on a personal level so beautifully, he was kind and he was so compassionate, but also in the public forum too. He was delightful, a very clever communicator.
Saul was an incredible man, full of wisdom, super humble, and really generous with his giftings, with his time, his expertise, with his money. Something to be, someone to definitely look up to and to learn a lot from. I know that I can speak from all of us on the trip that we had a fantastic time getting to know you both before and during the trip, and some of us after.
Saul was a wonderful communicator, a very gifted man, and I came to count him as a good friend. He gave me advice on a number of occasions and we shared together. It's a great loss to have lost him at such an early age. But his family and his friends and all those he worked with are privileged to have known such a wonderful man. And I trust that his legacy will bear much fruit for many years to come.
The thing I remember most about Saul is that he was a man of fantastic vision. He'd take us to the places in Mexico and look at a little plot and say that is going to be whatever it was going to be, and you knew that with Saul it would actually end up being that. Well, it would be that almost next week, because he got on with stuff and he was able to communicate that vision to people all the way around the world. And of course that vision wasn't stupid, it was all connected with wanting to really help people who were poor, who he saw as God's children, and we were with him.
If necessary, we will build 2 more student residences.
It was an amazing trip where we learnt so much together as a group, and I think each individual within the group was touched in different ways by that trip.
As we were.
As we were, absolutely, yes. And we're so pleased that we had the opportunity to do that with Saul.
He was great fun. I remember him telling his stories. He was a wonderful raconteur. He would tell stories that would make us laugh, they would make us smile, but they would also make us cry, because he had such a passion for the people of his country who had been marginalised. He would sing, he would play the guitar. Oh, he was just every bit the man that God intended him to be.
I first went out to Mexico to see the Armonia project about 14 years ago. I went out with the church.
I was part of the team from St Marys who went to Mexico in 2001 and then later in 2005. And I really found Saul very, very inspiring. He was a man of great vision, big ideas, and great faith in the people that he was serving, that he was walking alongside.
I'd heard about the Armonia project, and I knew that Saul was somebody who really cared for the poor and had an impact on really making a difference in their lives. And I wanted to learn from him how he went about it. I found all that very inspiring, and it changed some of the ways that I worked as a Director of Public Health.
Although he saw things on a big scale, he also saw individuals for what they were too, and was very caring and loving.
My abiding memory of Saul is that he was such an excellent communicator with people, and he had such a heart for poor people in particular, and I think that his legacy is that heart of bringing the words of Jesus and the love of God to poor people and to people, that everybody that he came into contact with.